And after certain years, he went down to Ahab, to Samaria, and Ahab killed sheep and oxen for him in abundance, and for the people that he had with him, and persuaded him to go up with him to Ramoth Gilead. And Ahab, king of Israel, said to Jehoshaphat, King of Judah, wilt thou go with me to Ramoth Gilead? And he answered him, I am as thou art, and my people as thy people, and we will be with thee in the war. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. Therefore the king of Israel gathered together prophets 400 men, and said unto them, Shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for God will deliver it into the king's hand. But Jehoshaphat said, Is there not a prophet, not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him? And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man by whom we may inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, for he never prophesies good unto me, but always evil. The same is Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. And the king of Israel called for one of his officers and said, Fetch quickly Micaiah, the son of Imlah. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, sat either of them on his throne, clothed in their robes, and they sat in a broad place, entering into the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah, son of Chenaanah, had made him horns of iron, and said, Thus saith the Lord, With these thou shalt push Syria until they be consumed. And all the prophets prophesied, so saying, Go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the messenger that went to call Micaiah spake to him, saying, Behold, the words of the prophets declare good to the king, with one accent. Let thy word, therefore, I pray thee, be like one of theirs, and speak thou good. And Micaiah said, As the Lord liveth, even what my God saith, that will I speak. And when he was come to the king said to him, Micaiah, shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And he said, Go ye up and prosper, and they shall be delivered into your hand. And the king said to him, How many times shall I adjure thee that thou say nothing but the truth to me in the name of the Lord? Then he said, I did see Israel scattered upon the mountains, as sheep that have no shepherd. And the Lord said, These have no master. Let them return, therefore, every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would not prophesy good unto me, but evil? I think I will stop right there. It's a little setting here. If you need a title or some type of subject, forming a relationship with the ungodly has consequences. Okay? There'll be some consequences here. We find here, some of you might not be familiar with the text, but we'll explain it to you. Jehoshaphat is a godly man. He is the king of Judah. Ahab is the king of Israel, but Ahab is a very ungodly man. The reputation between the two is that Judah mostly, for the most part, served the Lord. They had fear of God. On the other hand, Israel was always provoking God, for they went in the ways of Balaam. Okay, they always served idol gods. They were always doing evil. Okay. Teaming up with the ungodly has nothing but trouble in store for the righteous. Okay, here there's been an affinity affirmed here in which Jehoshaphat has a son by the name of Jehoram that has married the daughter of Ahab, which is Athaliah. Okay, and later on, you get on in the reading there, you'll see that it's actually takes Judah down with them. Okay. After Jehoshaphat has passed on and his son Jehoram takes over, Judah turns evil also. So it was nothing good in this, but we'll get to all of that. All right. Some may ask the question, why would a godly man even want to team up with someone ungodly? Well, Jehoshaphat did have good intentions. Jehoshaphat did some things in Judah, which he brought Judah back to holiness, back to the fear of God. He stepped walking the ways of his father Asa. He was doing good. He wanted also the same thing to be going on in Israel. After all, Israel and Judah had did battle also. Syria plays a role in this, in that Syria helped Judah defeat Israel. This piece of land here, Ramoth Gilead, belongs to Israel, but it was seized in the war with Syria fought Israel. Syria helped Judah fight Israel. Okay. Ahab wants it back. Okay. This affinity here of the son and daughter being married, and the good deed that Joseph actually wants to do here is restore Israel also to holiness. All right, but how many of us know that the evil or the ungodly don't have the same intent we have? Although a lot of times we think we can make the change for them. A lot of times this is why parents try to make the best choice for their children, even though sometimes the children don't agree. They say, what's wrong with it? Well, as we see here, the son, which is now king, after Jehoshaphat is not king, okay, turns this whole nation to evil. All right, so there's no more good. They have destroyed the house of David. All right, and it happens so often with Christians also, forming that relationship that we think has no consequences. We find out later on they have great consequences. All right, you might not receive a physical death, but you will receive a spiritual one. It will take you right out of the hands of the Lord. It will move you right on into the evil place in which those that are ungodly don't care whether you get into it or not anyway. I mean, their intent is for their own good, it's not for yours. All right, the only reason that Ahab wanted Jehoshaphat to help him is so they could take back this piece of land. It wasn't for them to return to holiness at all. So now, Jehoshaphat here, you have to like him in a lot of ways. Okay, before he goes into this battle, he wants to know something. He wants to hear from prophets, in which that is the godly thing to do. If I'm going to go into this battle with you, let me hear what the prophets have to say. The only thing about this is Ahab has his own prophets, which always tell him what he wants to hear. And that is so well with us also. A lot of times we go to people that we know is going to tell us exactly what we want to hear. All right? A lot of times we do not want to hear the truth. We'll turn our backs to it. We'll close our ears to it. It's not good news, so I don't want to hear it. The only thing about not wanting to hear good news, not wanting to hear bad news, and always wanting to hear good news is that sometimes the bad news is true. You gotta take heed to it sometimes. You might not want to hear it, but maybe you need to hear it. And when you do hear it, take heed to it. A lot of times it gives us attitudes because say, well, people that come to me don't come to me the right way. They don't bring it the right way, therefore I don't receive it. Well, whether you receive it or whether they brought it to you correctly or not, still it doesn't change what they have to tell you. The situation remains the same. It is not going to change just because I don't want to hear it. All right? So we see here that they have sought after these 400 prophets, and they all say, go up, you will prosper. And that's what we always want to hear. We want to hear we're going to prosper. We want people to stand over and tell us how much we're going to prosper, how much we're going to gain, how much faithful we are. And sometimes we know it's far from the truth. In other words, someone can stand over us and tell us how faithful we are, how good we're doing,